Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my 2019 resolutions, my 2018 in a recap. So I've written down all of the things that I've outlined in my last year. There's 3 pages technically. And I'm going to go through this fast. There's a lot of stuff to cover, so hopefully this helps someone out there. I think there's a lot of gems. I wrote down every one of my mantras that I can remember off the top of my head right now of 2018, and I think this is super crucial. So in my life, I would really like to start a YouTube series about this. I might do it where every month, or depending on how big of a thing it is, it could be every week, every 2 weeks, every month, depends. I like to have a mantra. So I'll learn something out of a book, out of a video, something that's applicable in my life, maybe from another person, which you'll see here. If I sent you this video, it's probably because you're on that list as well. Something that's really important. And I'll listen to it and I'll think about it all the time until it sticks in my head. So for an example, this is just the first one. You are what you see in the world, right? And I'll hold that in mind and I'll focus on it a lot, and I'll try to apply it to everyday life for as long as I feel is necessary until I've ingrained the idea, and then I'll move on to the next idea. Sometimes I'll even go back on the idea and rethink about it. Okay, so my 2018 recap on the books I've read, and I wrote them all down, and it's really fucking cool because I set out a goal to read a lot, and I read a lot, and I just don't realize how much I read. I always feel like I could be reading more, I always feel like I could be doing more, but just like the cookie jar example, you really undersell yourself. You don't realize how much of a badass you really are until you reflect back on all the things you have accomplished. So first I'm going to go over the books that I'm reading currently that I still haven't finished. And I like to jump through a lot of books. So the books that I've been focusing on 2018 that I haven't finished yet are The Zen Art of Motorcycle Repair, Pitch Anything, The 50th Law, The Book of Joy, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Richest Man in Babylon, and Crucial Conversations. Okay, so out of all the books that I've read, 7 of them I have not finished, and I have finished, I counted 15 books in 2018. So that's really freaking cool for me. I'm really excited about that. I always undersell it. I'm always thinking like maybe I'm not reading enough. So that's really awesome. That's a big improvement. So the books that I've read, The Untethered Soul, really funny story about this book, really quick touch on it. It's a book that I got recommended about 2 years ago, and I never picked it up because I was always afraid. It's like one of those books that really opens your eyes to a lot of things, and I just wasn't ready for it. I just kept pushing it off. I kept being like, you know what, maybe in a couple months I'll want to read it. Like there's other books that I want to read, and I just kept pushing it off, and then finally, I sat down and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm gonna read this book, and it was a book that I just couldn't put down. I finished it within a week. I really freaking love that book. I highly recommend it. Other books: Psycho-Cybernetics, Living with a Seal, She Comes First, Power of Now, How to Be a 3% Man, and a couple of these books like The Power of Now and How to Be a 3% Man I've read before. I've reread them. Another book that I've reread is The Alchemist, and the No More Mr. Nice Guy. These are books that I constantly reread. I just think they're super fundamental, really impressive and helpful books if you're trying to get into self-help. Okay, right, so Letting Go, The Alchemist, The Fountainhead, 4 Agreements, Trust Your Vibes, City of Thieves, Out of My Mind, and Outwitting the Devil. So those are all the books that I've read in 2018. The top 3 off the top of my head. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna say the top 5 because top 3 is way too hard. I'm gonna say in order: The Fountainhead, Letting Go, The Untethered Soul, 4 Agreements, and Trust Your Vibes. Those are going to be the top 5 that I would highly recommend to anyone to read. Okay, so let's get into the meat of this video, the mantras of 2018. Like I said, these are a lot of gems. Hopefully one of them sticks out to you and you keep it in your head, and hopefully it helps you. But a lot of these, I can easily make a video on each one of these mantras, so I might do that. So I'm just gonna read them out to myself because again, I'll probably be rewatching this video, and a lot of these won't make sense because they're written down for me. So some of them are fully explained, some of them are just like 2 words and they don't make a lot of sense. So I'll cover those in a different video. And if you're interested, let me know which one sounds the best. So, starting off, you are what you see in the world. Number 2, you experience the same amount of feelings every day. Number 3, the idea of emotional poison. Number 4, what you are, what you teach. Number 5, walk away from the hot dog stand. Number 6, $19 to $1. Number 7, forget security, instead focus on experience. I don't know what number I'm at. Number 8, vulnerability is needed for connection. Number 9, soul families. Okay, that's really funny. I just counted how many I have. I just wrote them down so then I won't have to recount every single time. I actually have 25, and that was not intentional, so that's really funny. Number 10, be at the cause, not the effect. Number 11, personal countries. Number 12, everyone gets their musts, not their wants. Number 13, 3 small things. Do 3 small things in order to do something. If you want to go to the gym, do 3 small things in order to go to the gym. Put on your shoes, put on your workout clothes, get in the car. If you feel like you don't want to do it after doing those 3 things, you're not obliged to do them. Number 14, be better, not bitter. Number 15, you judge, and this is a gem. Okay, number 15, I got this after talking to one of my girlfriend's aunts, really bright woman, great person. She said, you judge those who you think are judging you. Really cool. Number 16, to have life be good, you must first be good with life. Number 17, the idea of Wu Wei is to act in accordance with the pattern of things as they exist. Alright, number 18, everywhere you go, there you are. Number 19, when you fear, you mistaken what is happening as something that can hurt you. Number 20, everything you eat eventually becomes a part of you, meaning yourselves. 21, fear arises only when what you want conflicts with what you do. Sorry, I'm slowing down on these ones because they're really dense thoughts. Number 22, every experience is different and each experience is worth having. Number 23, usually what you tell others is what you tell yourself. Thank you, Patrick. Great one. Number 24, also from Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. The no is guaranteed. You must search for the yes. And this is in accordance with sales, talking to people, asking for something, anything like that. And finally, number 25, when you defend yourself, you are really just defending your own walls. Awesome. Okay, and the last thing I want to cover are my 2019 goals. So, I wrote down 10 of them. Some of them are already in my last goal video. So let's see if I can accomplish them all. I really like to set them high because if I can do them, it's a really cool thing. And if I don't do them all, at least I have the intention of I'm going to do my best to approach these and I accomplish them all. So number 1 is, again, run the marathon. Number 2 is finish this book, NLP, The Essential Guide. You know what? This book is really freaking interesting because every single time I've picked it up, I've learned something life-changing. And I'm only at page 80, and it's so weird because I've been picking up this book on and off for the past 2 years and never finishing it. And I just feel like this book is super cool, and I really want to finish it. And this is going to be the only hardcover book that I'm going to bring with myself, or like a physical book, because I have a Kindle. I'm going to bring it to France, and I'm going to try to read it, because really, really cool book. Number 3, get into law school. Number 4, again, go to a meditation retreat. Number 5, sleep 8 to 9 hours a day. I've been really good on this. The past couple of months, 3 months, I think I've gotten at least 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep every night, excluding maybe 1 week. So 7 days total of not getting that much sleep. Number 6, journal at least once a week. This is the idea of just starting the habit of journaling, because like if I write journal 3 times a week, that's a lot harder than saying just journal 1 time a week. So I can journal more than 1 time a week, but just to ingrain it, journal once a week. Number 7, 2019 is a lived experience. So I like doing this a lot in my life. Like say I'm relaxing, maybe I'm on vacation or something, and I realize that whatever I'm doing is to be enjoyed. You know, life is an experience. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be taken so seriously. So when I'm vacationing, I like to, you know, play games, whatever. Just be there in the moment, not worry about what's gonna happen in 3 hours, if dinner's in 3 hours, whatever. Enjoy the moment that I'm in. So instead of just doing it to one vacation or a week of my life or a month of my life, I'm gonna do it for the entire year to try to remind myself, you know, 2019 and every year is a fun experience. It's supposed to be lived, it's supposed to be enjoyed. So living with that in mind. Okay, number 8. Now this is the dumbest one on my list and I hope I can do it, but you know, I'm a little worried about it. So in France, I drink a water bottle and I'll try to show it. I probably can't, but you can look it up. There's a water bottle and it's called Mont Calm, so Mountain of Calm in French, and it's in the Pyrenees, and I want to climb it because every single time I buy the water bottle, I see the photo of it, I am like, I can climb that. So that's a dumbass thought. It's the only thing that's stopping me is I don't know where Mount Calm is in the Pyrenees, so if it's like really deep in the Pyrenees, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Transportation might be an issue. I don't have a car in France. Anyway, really dumb goal. I want to do it. Number 9, keep loving more. So every single year of my life, up until this point, I have been increasing my ability to love others. You know, loving myself allows me to love others, to hopefully help them, and I want to keep that going. You know, even if it's by a 1% difference every month, that's still 12% at the end of the year. If it's 1% every day, that's 365% by the end of the year. So just the idea of like always constantly loving more, and I think it's a huge one. And finally, number 10, go into the fear. This is in relation to every single time I've feared something, doing something, leaving to go do something, applying for something. I've always found that wherever I fear, if I go into, like reading The Untethered Soul, the book that I mentioned earlier, if I had just read it, my life would be immediately better. Just like NLP, The Essential Guide, the book. Every single time I don't want to do it, if I just go into it and do it anyway, and I know it's good for me, I find immense value in it. So these are my 2019 goals. I hope that one of my mantras have been helpful to you. Maybe it's gotten you thinking about something. If you have any goals and I know you, or if I don't know you, I hope you have a great day. But I want you to write down something for yourself. If you don't want to write it down in a comment, write it down for yourself. You know, I really believe in writing shit down. I feel like it makes a big difference. It reminds you all the time. Yeah, man. 2019 is gonna be a great year. It's all up here. You know, it's all up here in the mind. That's it. I hope you have a great day. Hope you go after all your goals and aspirations in life, man. Life is short, live it up. And if you don't live it up, enjoy it, I guess. All right, peace.